The week finally ended on 10th of January 2025, and the week was quite eventful in terms of the stock market. US market dropped. S&P 500, Nasdaq 100, Dow Jones Industrial Average Index, Russell 2000, all the indices of the US stock market fell in the last week. US yields hit the highest since November 2023. European market also fell, Asian market also fell. US dollar index reaches the highest since November 2022. Crude oil price jumps after the US unveils the fresh Russian sanctions, while the gold and silver price close higher. US economy has created 256,000 jobs in the month of December 2024, which is significantly higher than the expectation or estimate of 160,000. So in this video, we'll undertake the technical analysis of the US stock market, covering the price action analysis of S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 to determine the possibility in the forthcoming week. At the same time, we will determine the support and resistance area and also do the trend analysis of the market. I am D K Sinha. Please do not forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, share the video, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for updates. Let's begin. Before we start the technical analysis on the price chart, let us find out the prevailing sentiments in the market. If you look at the fear and greed index, it currently reads at 27. What does it mean? It is in the fear zone. So the market is fearful. However, 1 week prior to this week, it was there in the fear zone itself. So there is no change in the sentiments of the market. Now let us start our technical analysis. This is S&P 500 in the weekly time frame. Index finally closed at 5827.04, and this is how it was bearish by 1.94% on a week to week basis. We never expected last week that the market will fall by nearly 2%, simply because if you look at the candlestick pattern in the prior week, it was a kind of a bullish pin bar, and that too quite in proximity of EMA 21. One good thing is that the price is currently resting at EMA 21. If you look at the historical price action, earlier it took support at EMA 21. Here it took support on EMA 21. But when this correction took place, it was a little deeper correction, and the price went below not only EMA 55 but also below SMA 144. So SMA 144 is quite away from the current price. But EMA 55 exists over there, and currently it reads at 5454.61. But look at the momentum indicator. This correction was well expected. We had earlier discussed on this channel, especially when there was a bearish divergence over here. And then finally, you see the size of the candlestick pattern, which is quite a small body candlestick pattern, indicating the loss of upside momentum. So, if we compare the level of RSI here with respect to the price here, there is a clear momentum discrepancy. Means there is more loss on momentum in comparison to that of price, which means the price is little overextended on downside, so the possibility of bounce back cannot be ruled out in this index. Now, if you see the recent price action, what the price is doing, price is oscillating in the rising price channel. So this lower fiber of the channel, which is acting as a support, price is quite in proximity of this important support area. Now look at the price action. There is a support of the lower fiber of the rising price channel, which is nothing but the dynamic support based on the price action. At the same time, there is an existence of a gap at 5,783, which can be seen when we go to the daily price chart. Now, further, EMA 21 is also a dynamic support. So, the price is currently trading quite in proximity of the support area. And if it bounces, then the cyclic phenomenon, if it tests here and then bounces, then it will test the upper fiber of the rising price channel. So, let us go to the daily price chart to further understand the price action. Here, what we can see, this is an existence of a gap at 5783. So this gap is a good support in S&P 500, and here the price consolidated for about 3 4 days, so 5700. So finally in the forthcoming week, 5700 to 5783 is likely to act as a demand area, and there could be possibility of a pierce through action of this lower fiber, which is a rising trend line, on a lower fiber of the rising price channel. And there is an intervention of SMA 144 as well, which is falling when the price earlier has taken support over here. So considering the price action and overall structure of the market, the price may correct little bit, but probably it may bounce back. Now look at the price action over here. Now if you see here, this level versus this level, there is again a lack of downside momentum, which is exhibited by the RSI, which is a momentum indicator. So in weekly price chart we have seen MDRP, and in the daily price chart we can clearly see the lack of downside momentum, as this level is higher than this level, but RSI is making higher lows kind of market structure. Where could be the potential resistance area? One resistance area is immediately at 5870, where the price has taken support over here. This was the important resistance area. Once again, the price has taken support. So on upside move, 5870, and again this important area is 5900. So 5870 to 5900 is the immediate supply area, and even EMA 55 is currently reading as 5914.86. So this becomes the immediate resistance area. But once this resistance area is taken out and any candle closes above EMA 55, which is above 5915 level, then we might see upside momentum developing, and this will probably happen after the price tests the lower fiber of the rising price channel and fills up this gap. The possibility of filling up this gap is now quite higher in S&P 500. Now let us go once again to the weekly price chart. What we can see earlier, if you see here, this is the breakout of a rounding pattern. So if I project the target on the basis of rounding bottom pattern, what target comes? Here, the next potential target comes at around 6,475 to 6,500 level, which is nothing but the 100% expansion with respect to the rounding bottom pattern. Now let us move to the price chart of Nasdaq 100. This is the weekly price chart of Nasdaq 100. What we can see here, that it has closed at 20,847.58, and hence it was bearish by 2.24% on a week to week basis. So Nasdaq 100, that represents the tech stock in the US stock market, was weaker if we compare with the S&P 500. So this index underperformed S&P 500 in the last week. Now, if we look at the price action over here, what kind of candlestick pattern has formed? It has formed a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. But if I draw a horizontal line, can you see price rejection? Price rejection. So this was a cup and handle kind of chart pattern, and this is the neckline area, and the price is currently trading quite in proximity of EMA 21, which reads currently at 20,549, and quite in proximity of this neckline of cup and handle chart pattern, which is a continuation chart pattern. Let us compare this level. this level versus this level. So the price is higher than this level. But if you see the momentum indicator, that is RSI, it is showing a momentum discrepancy again, which means there is a possibility of a minor correction left out, and the price might test the neckline area and EMA 21 volume weighted moving average 21 period, and the mean reversion completes, and the price may bounce back from this important level. So if I superimpose some of the technical studies, here too we can see prices taken support here, taken support here, taken support here, and price is getting rejected. So it is also trading in a rising price channel, and it is little away from the lower fiber of the rising price channel, which means there is a greater possibility that it may further correct a little bit, test the neckline area, which is a confluence of EMA 21 and the lower fiber of the rising price channel. Let us go to the daily price chart. What we can see in the daily price chart, that the price has corrected and has gone below EMA 55. EMA 55 was earlier acting as a support area, but now this time the price has gone below this support area. Now there is an existence of a gap. This is the existence of a gap which was created and which is at 20,249. So this gap becomes the important support. If the price comes to this area, there might be pierce through action of this rising trend line, and then price may bounce back. So this area is an important demand area, which is from 20,249 to 20,400 is the demand area. Now, what we can see further, if I draw some kind of pattern, I'm drawing it, please watch it carefully. So, if the price gives a breakout of this important flag like this, so this is the area of resistance, 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 then upside momentum will develop in this particular index. So, where are the potential resistance area? Now, immediate resistance could be potentially at EMA 55, which currently reads at 20,986. So we can round it off to 21,000. And then this area, probably the median of this candle, and this is the area where the price got rejected. You can see the price action. So 21,200 to 21,400 is the potentially the immediate supply area in Nasdaq 100. Now, if we go once again to the weekly price chart, what we can see here too, there was a breakout of a rounding pattern. This was a breakout of a rounding pattern, and the price attained the first target of 61.8% expansion level. So once this correction is over and there is a resumption of the trend, the next potential target could be to 23,378 level. So overall trend is bullish. There is no change in the market expectation. Yes, correction in the last week was unexpected, especially after it formed the bullish pin bar in S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. If you are trading in the stock market, a piece of advice for you: don't trade unless you learn the technical analysis thoroughly, start understanding the price action, be able to formulate a trading strategy, and do the risk management. We have a complete course absolutely free of cost on this channel. There is a separate playlist on the channel under the title Zero to Hero. Start learning. It's a very structured course where you can start from Zero to Hero 1 and complete the entire course and practice on the price chart, because trading is a very risky profession. So, understanding of the price action and probably calculating the risk to reward ratio, if it doesn't work in your favor, it is better not to trade. So how did you find this video? We try to do the comprehensive explanation of the price action, so that if you're learning from our playlist Zero to Hero, you can understand the practical application of the various kind of studies of technical analysis. I would like to have the feedback from your channel. Is this channel is able to help you out to learn the technical analysis? If your answer is yes, do offer your comments. If your answer is no, then also give a justification why this channel is failing to provide you stock market education. Thank you very much for watching. Looking forward to meet you very, very soon.